Okay, all right. So what I'm gathering from my videos and from Twitter is that Spurs fans are not interested in getting Chris Paul at all. Am I right?
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so I definitely have some thoughts about this. But before we get into any of my thoughts when it comes to the new news that we heard about Chris Paul, there's some other news that I want to tell you guys about. Look, I just dropped a brand new design Invader Whim on the website. I really do appreciate all the love that I've gotten. This is a really good problem to have, what I'm about to say, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, okay? If you order right now, it's going to take some time. You got to be patient with me because I've gotten quite a bit, quite a few orders in this month that I'm catching up on. So I'm going in order. So, you know, if you want to be the next in line, please do. Invader Whim, link in the description, and 10% off if you use this promo code up here. But I did drop a brand new design, so go check it out. It will mean the world to me if you guys wanted to get yourself something. But if not, if you want to support in different ways, you can also go to Patreon, the link in the description for that. That's $2 per month, or become a YouTube member, or just subscribe and watch the videos. Either way, but I do appreciate all the love, and you guys are really helping this channel grow, like sincerely. So I appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. Chris Paul, rumors. Sources. Okay. So Kevin O'Connor says that he has heard some sources. By the way, we hate Kevin O'Connor. Okay. We absolutely hate him now. All right. On this channel, we are anti-Connor. Okay. Since he's anti-gay or whatever, we're anti-Connor. But yeah, but he does have some sources, and usually it's pretty decent sources, I would say. And this is what he had to say. He said that the Clippers and the Lakers and the Spurs are all three teams that are interested in Chris Paul and could be potential destinations for Chris Paul. Now, I scrolled down to see everything that he had to say about the Spurs. Basically, he just gives his opinion on how Chris Paul could help the Spurs. I think we all know this. He would help Wembanyama. He'll be a good mentor. He's good on the pick and roll. He's a phenomenal facilitator. It's good for guys like Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, who I would say struggled quite a bit during the season with his three-point shot, but typically he's a pretty good catch and shooter. And Jeremy Sohan, obviously he would help, blah, 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 blah. The only thing that I disagree with him on is that this could help the Spurs compete for the playoffs if they make a few more moves. Maybe that's true, but I don't think that that's the goal right now. I don't think that's the goal for the Spurs. They want to create a dynasty, and that you might have to consider just waiting this one out, you know. That's just the reality of the situation, just seeing where Wembanyama is and not necessarily bombarding our team with different players to try to construct a championship team. You got to see what you have first. We don't even know what position Wembanyama is going to be in, if it'll be center or power forward. And you might even move him to small forward a few times. So you have no idea what the landscape of the Spurs are going to look like. So you got to be a little patient there. So I do disagree there. Now, with that being said, I feel like he used that as more of an argument for Chris Paul coming. He said that this is his favorite. So I think that he tried to justify it a little bit, because in my opinion, I don't think there's any way Chris Paul comes to the Spurs. No, nor I think that I don't think that is really beneficial for him. Okay. So like from our perspective, and I know a lot of Spurs fans don't agree with this, but I think Chris Paul coming for the Spurs for like a year would be great. I mean, it would be wonderful if we got him for a year, and help mentor the guys and everything like that. Now, but that doesn't mean that we absolutely need him or we have to like break our backs to grab him, because we already have Duncan, Tony, and Manu, all of which said that they're going to try to mentor him. I know the Spurs are also looking into Fournier to try to come and mentor as well and help out Wemby. So the Spurs are going to make some moves to try to make that happen. I think one thing that people are a little afraid of is the fact that Chris Paul would take up a lot of minutes away from Blake Wesley. And if you kept Trey Jones, you keep Trey Jones around, I completely agree with that. I think he will take some minutes away, but at the same time, I just think that 1 year is perfect for all those guys, and his poise, the way that he conducts himself. Sorry. As an NBA player on and off the court, I think he could benefit some of our guys, but I don't know. That's just how I feel. I think grabbing him is a good idea, but it's not the end all be all. But yeah, so it's making some rounds. People are talking about it on whether or not the Spurs should go after him, or whether or not he will go after the Spurs. But I just think from his perspective, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And it's already been reported that he does want to go to a contender. So I don't see him going to the San Antonio Spurs. What's the real point? What does he get out of that necessarily? I don't know. And the only thing that Kevin O'Connor here could bring up was the fact that, well, they could potentially be a playoff team. I don't think so, but that's a huge gamble. If you have the choice between the Lakers, Clippers, and us right now, present day, I would pick the other two if I was Chris Paul, but we'll wait and see. Excuse me. We'll wait and see. I think it's great. Another thing to bring up too, and this will be my last point on Chris Paul, and this could be a possible draw for him, is the fact that if you guys don't recall, back in you might have to give me the year, 2016 or 2017, not 100% sure. He had the choice between going to the San Antonio Spurs or going to the Rockets. He ended up choosing the Rockets, and the reason being is because he was hearing rumors that Popovich would retire pretty soon at the time. But on top of that, the Spurs were a winning team. But all I'm trying to say is maybe him wanting to play for Popovich could be a draw for him, but who knows? But anyways, I'll give it to you guys later. Once again, if you want to support, I need some water. ClanTheMerchFan.com or become a patron, a YouTube member. Only $2 per month. Link in the description. Thanks for all the love. Until next time. Yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you around.